Hello Igraasp, welcome back to your weekly news capsule. A grateful heart is a beginning of greatness. It is an expression of humility. So today, on the occasion of Teachers' Day, be thankful to your teachers and for their efforts, because behind your every skill is a teacher who didn't give up. Today's news highlights are: PM Modi praises Indore for becoming India's first Water Plus city. In a first, 9 new top Supreme Court judges to take oath at once. Himachal Pradesh becomes first state to administer first dose of COVID vaccine to 100% adult population. China limits online gaming time for children to 3 hours a week. World's first fossil-free steel produced in Sweden and delivered to Volvo. Cities appoint heat officers in response to warming threat. How do NASA astronauts take notes in space? Know all about Fisher Space Pen. India excels at the Tokyo Paralympics. And finally, our exciting F2 segment. Let's begin with the news from our own country.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi last week praised the Madhya Pradesh city of Indore for being the country's first Water Plus city. To qualify as a Water Plus city, one must fulfill the following 3 criteria. Dirty water from it should not enter a river or a drain. 2. All public toilets should be cleaned and connected to sewage lines. And 3. 30% of its sewage water should be recycled and reused. Indore has managed to meet all of these criteria, leading to the showering of praises by the Prime Minister. We should all work together, Igraspers, to make sure that our cities too can achieve the milestone of becoming Water Plus cities.
There are 9 new judges in the Supreme Court, Igraspers. 3 of the 9 new judges are women, with the swearing-in ceremony being shifted to an auditorium rather than the Chief Justice's courtroom. This is being done due to precautions over the COVID pandemic, with the swearing-in ceremony being telecast over the web and the television. We congratulate and look forward to seeing all the learned and esteemed judges upholding the law of the land from India's highest court.
The state of Himachal Pradesh in India has become the first in the country to administer the first dose of the COVID vaccine to 100% of its adult population. This information has been corroborated by the 2011 census, along with the state projection of the number of people in the state. In total, Himachal Pradesh has vaccinated 54,43,113 people with the first dose as of last week. The state's health minister has praised the state's performances, lauding the effort done by the government from the start of the pandemic. Kudos to the state for achieving such a feat.
China has banned children below the age of 18 from playing online video games for more than 3 hours a week. Banned children below the age will be only allowed to play between 8 pm to 9 pm on Fridays, weekends and public holidays. This stringent measure came into effect last week on the 1st of September and will have a very heavy impact on the gaming tech giants in China. This comes after the Chinese government publicly criticizing gaming companies over the last couple of months, talking about how young children need to be kept away from the addictive nature of games. What do you think about this move, Igraspers? Let us know in the comment section below.
To combat climate change, cities all over the world are appointing heat officers so as to help different areas combat heat waves. Already, several cities like Athens and Miami have appointed people in those roles to monitor and figure out how to help those people affected the most by rising temperatures. Often in climate change, a lot of attention is given to weather disasters like hurricanes, wildfires, and tornadoes. But more people are affected by these heat waves than any other natural disaster. So, therefore, it is important that cities and their elected representatives create new positions and portfolios to help tackle the ongoing climate crisis in their cities.
With climate change and rising global temperatures, the new reality of our world. A Swedish company has managed to manufacture a fossil fuel free steel. This was possible primarily due to the use of biofuel as well as the process of recycling scrap metals in steel making. At the helm of this invention is the automobile company Volvo, committing to begin manufacturing this green steel by the end of this year. Full-scale productions should begin by the year 2026. We hope to see more such inventions in the future that reduce our reliability on fossil fuels.
Igraspers! If you ever had the opportunity to go to space, then you would need a specialized space pen to take notes in the zero gravity. The specialized pen is made by the company Fisher and is actually available for sale to anyone. These pens have been used on every single NASA mission, with dozens currently still on board the International Space Station. One of the main reasons pencils are not used is due to the hazardous nature of lead and the possibility that if the pencil breaks, the lead can float away, creating dangerous conditions not only for the astronauts but also for machinery and other sensitive electronics. So, you see, Igraspers, every single thing in a space journey is thought of meticulously, even that of the use of a pen.
India has done phenomenally well at the Paralympics, with us winning a plethora of medals in several categories. Let's quickly run through India's medals as of 4th September. We have so far won 3 gold medals. Avni Lekhara won the women's 10-meter air rifle event, Manish Narwal won the mixed 50-meter pistol event, and Sumit Antil secured first place in men's javelin throw. Along with this, we have also secured 7 silver medals with Devendra Jajharia in javelin throw, Singran Jadhana for shooting, Yogesh Kathunia in men's discus throw, Mariyappan Thangavalu, Nishat Kumar and Praveen Kumar in men's high jump. And finally, we also have 5 bronze medals with Avni Lekhara, Sharad Kumar, Singra Jadhana, Harvinder Singh and Sundar Singh Gurjar, all doing the country proud. India has done supremely well in Tokyo this year, and we congratulate each and every athlete who was able to make the country proud.
It was a sad day for most F1 fans as the Belgian Grand Prix happening in Spa was met with torrential rain throughout the day, creating very dangerous conditions for the drivers. The race was eventually started with a safety car, but due to the bad weather was forced to be stopped after just 2 laps, with the positions of the drivers remaining unchanged from Saturday's qualifiers. All racers were awarded half points, with Red Bull's Max Verstappen taking first, George Russell from Williams placing second, and current world champion Lewis Hamilton being third. In the overall drivers' standings, this puts Verstappen just 3 points behind Hamilton, making this one of the closest F1 seasons in a long time.
Cristiano Ronaldo is heading back to the club that made him the football icon he is today. Last week, in dramatic fashion, Manchester United managed to bag the Portuguese striker right from under their rivals Manchester City's nose, with the transfer window winding down. Ronaldo himself told his current team Juventus that he wanted to leave, with both Manchester-based teams vying for the 36-year-old. Ronaldo will return to the club he joined all the way back as a 17-year-old and will be hoping to end the domestic title drought that has plagued the team since 2013.
Igraspers, if I told you you could be a farmer without using any soil or outdoor land, You'd think I'm crazy. Well, in the 21st century, people have started using a technique called hydroponic farming, which is also known as vertical farming. This technique and type of agriculture involves plants being grown on shelves in an indoor room, one on top of the other. They are supplied with a specialized light that mimics the sun's rays, as well as supplied with water through tubes intermittently throughout the day. Several hydroponic farmers even use artificial intelligence to determine when a particular plant needs nutrients or minerals. This form of farming is becoming increasingly popular in urban spaces due to the lack of space. If you are interested in hydroponic farming, why don't you start small and take care of one plant in your home? That will start you on your journey in developing a green thumb.
Francesa Merdones is a wheelchair-bound Paralympian hailing from the South American country of Chile, who set a world record for shot putting in 2019. She has now become the newest subject of American toy company Mattel to make a Barbie toy in her likeness. This is part of the company's aim to show children a diversified line of products. The Paralympian has represented her country in wheelchair tennis, shot putting, discus throwing, as well as javelin. Merdones has said that she also hopes this new Barbie would highlight to children that disabilities should not stand in the way of their dreams. Isn't that inspiring, Igraspers?
The word of the week is evacuate, which means to leave or empty a place. In dangerous situations, it is the job of the emergency response team to evacuate people to safety. The riddle of the week is: what is always in front of you but can't be seen? It's the future.
Can you guess who? This American singer, songwriter, and actress was a part of Destiny's Child, which was the most successful girl band of all times that sold 85 million records worldwide. She was amongst Time's 2020 list of 100 women who defined the last century. With a total of 79 Grammy nominations and 28 Grammys, this single lady singer is also the first female to set a record for the most Grammys won by a female artist on a single night. Join your hands for Beyonce Gissel Knowles. Did you know that this Queen Bey is an active supporter of feminism?
Did you know that the first food to be eaten in space by an astronaut was applesauce? Astronaut John Glenn, who was the first American to orbit Earth, was provided with a tube of applesauce along with water-soluble sugar tablets, pureed meat, and vegetables in toothpaste tubes. All he had to do was pop this space food directly into his mouth and finish eating.
Quiz time! When did John Glenn become the first American to orbit the Earth? Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com. Answer to the last week's quiz. The Greco-Persian series of wars fought between 499 to 479 BCE were mainly documented by Herodotus in his book, The Histories. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Somili Sarkar of St. Thomas Girls' School, Kolkata, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
Dear Igraspers, this week let us read Swallows and Amazons by Arthur Ransom. During their holidays, 4 young kids sail to an island where they discover another group of kids called the Amazons. They spend their time playing, camping, sailing, and proving themselves better. Learn about their adventures, fights, and problems. Don't forget to share your experience with us at igraasp.com/iClub.
This brings us to the end of today's news session. Gratitude is one of the most underestimated ways anyone can use to enrich their lives. It is the feeling and attitude of appreciation and thankfulness for the good that we receive in life. So, make sure to be grateful for a new day and thank the Almighty for making you wiser and stronger with each passing day. See you soon.